Hello everyone, Curly Chronicles here. Welcome back. Welcome back for me. I know if you haven't been able to tell, I have been living my best life, having a lot of fun, which meant not doing a ton of recording, not doing a ton of editing. I'm trying to have a good time. Life has been good, can't complain. However, I wanted to get this video out, so here you go. Sorry it took so long. Y'all know how it is. Anywho, New Orleans. Well, let's first start by saying Louisiana, because, okay, spoiler alert, we didn't actually stay in New Orleans. We were supposed to, but there was a little hiccup and we ended up booking a hotel. It was really far away in Baton Rouge. And so, you make lemonade and you have fun, right? So that's what we did. However, the trip was great. It was a fun trip. I loved seeing Louisiana. Never been before. Totally my first time going. Let's get into it, okay? First things first, this was a learning moment for me. Well, not this time, but previous times. Flying out of Atlanta's airport, you better know what you're doing. You need to know what aisle your car is in. You need to know the stairwell number, and you need a monument. If you don't have those three things, good luck and Godspeed. You're gonna have a hard time finding your shit when you get back home. When you get back, you're gonna be like, where's my car? Dude, where's my car? That's exactly what happened on a previous trip where I had to fly home. And I was like, the stairwells have numbers on them? I didn't know the stairwell number. I did it right this time. As you can see, I did it right. So that's the first things. First things first, if you're gonna leave out of Atlanta, please know the stairwell number, little aisle that your car is in or whatever, and a monument, some sort of monument. We were at the far end of the gate on the north one. You're welcome. We ended up having to stay in Baton Rouge because we made a little mistake with our booking. And so we got in at like midnight. It was 10 something. I think we got to the hotel at midnight. We got in at like 10:30, something like that. It took us about an hour to drive. And of course we were hungry when we got there. And the only thing that was open was good old Waffle House. Y'all could say what y'all want about Waffle House, but when you need something to eat and it's after midnight, you gonna talk some shit about Waffle House now? You hungry? I hear your stomach grumbling. You gonna talk some shit? No, you're not, because it's Waffle House and it's open. And they saved the day because there was one other place that was open. And when I say open, I mean that it was supposed to be like a deli / liquor store, but really only the liquor store part was open at that late of a time. So there was no food. So Waffle House to the rescue. And this is a Louisiana Waffle House, so they was playing some good music in there. Not that they don't in Atlanta, in Atlanta proper and my area where I'm at, but they was playing the Keep Sweat and I was here for it.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Decatur Street.
Okay, so driving through the French Quarters, the architecture, so beautiful. I love old buildings, old houses. Y'all know I have lived in old houses. This house I'm in now is from 1936. Old. I love old stuff in general. Vintage, lovely. So I had a ball just looking around and just staring at the architecture. So much beauty, and there was just so much detail in everything that you look at. There was these poles that you would see. You may see them in the clips where I don't know what they were for originally. Were they to hitch your horse and buggy at? I don't know. But they had these like lion's heads on these black poles, and it's just so interesting to look at. I just had a good time staring at all of the really unique aspects of the architecture. So that was fun. That was really cool. Really enjoyed that part. And so walking around was just a really fun vibe. we walked around and we were a little, Delta 9s really got us, but they were a hit. Let's talk about Cafe du Monde. Oh my God. I have had Cafe du Monde out of the canister. I got the canister here. I do. I have never had their beignets. I can't believe I had to go all the way to Louisiana to get a good cup of coffee and a bomb-ass beignet. I mean, that's probably the OG version of the beignet and the chicory coffee. Excellent. I want to go back tomorrow just for some coffee. The beignets and the coffee were on point. Oh my goodness. So good. So that's all. I don't have anything else to say. Okay, I have nothing else. Oh, it's good. Nice and hot. Where's the camera? Nice and hot. Tasty?
Yeah.
It's windy. It's wet. A little bit. That's what she said. But it's fun. So walking around in this like open air kind of marketplace, really cool stuff in there. It's similar to what you would see if you've ever been to like Venice Beach, open air market, people selling their wares. Really beautiful, I mean, all sorts of beautiful things. There was beautiful leather handbags that you could find there if you were into that. If you were into like masks, they had these beautiful African masks. I mean, they were selling food, they were selling all sorts of stuff, masks, all the beads and the masks that you could find, you know, even though it wasn't Mardi Gras, if you wanted it, you were going to find it. And so that was really cool. It was nice to see a different open air market in a different region. It was fun. I just love like people watching and just seeing a new area, a different perspective is always really cool. So I had a blast just walking around, and so you'll see, you know, me just kind of like panning around and all of that, and it was super cool. So really enjoyed walking around. It was a little bit rainy, but that was fine. That was fine. And I was just here to take it all in and have a really great experience. So really enjoyed walking through the open air market. Definitely plan to go back and really see the area a little bit more. We talked about going back since we didn't get a lot of time in New Orleans because, you know, it took about a good hour and a half, you know, to get there, you know. It was only an hour, but that was at midnight. We didn't go at midnight. We went during the daytime. So we're going back, definitely. So we also went to the Museum of Death. Not many people may know this about me, but I love the dark, the dreary, the macabre, the things that go bump in the night. I love vampires. I love horror movies. There's skulls all over my house. You've probably seen some of them. And so I love the dark and dreary. Now, I will say, if you are someone who really doesn't have a strong, I would say a strong stomach and a love of the macabre, I would not suggest that you go to the Museum of Death. A lot of people go in there thinking it's going to be really cool, but you have to remember that this is a place where they are collecting items from serial killers from the way back when. I mean, they had executioner axes in there, beheading axes, you know, so, you know, yes, it's very fascinating and it's very interesting. You definitely have to have a lot of respect for death in general, which I do. I find death to be very fascinating. I wouldn't say that I fear it. I'm not trying to go because I got a lot of things to do while I'm here, but I find it to be very fascinating and just as beautiful as the life aspect of our existence. So you definitely got to respect death because you can get You can get messed up in there. I saw some people looked a little freaked out. I had a great time. I was watching this embalming documentary and I was just like, wow, that's how they do it. And I think there's beauty in death. There's beauty in making someone's loved one look presentable for them when they want to honor that person in their final moments that they're here physically, on the earth, before they are either, buried or, whatever's going to happen, after that point. So it was a very interesting museum. It was a little small. You couldn't take pictures, so I don't have images, but I did get a really cool sweatshirt. So if you are someone who is into the dark and the macabre and the dreary and the ghosts and serial killers, or you like true crime, then you may enjoy that, but definitely go at your own risk. Some people think they can handle it, and it is very gruesome, it's very grisly, and some things can trigger some people, so definitely be mindful of that if you are going to go check it out. But I had a good time there, and I really, really enjoyed just kind of getting into the very dark mindset of some individuals who were really terrible people. I mean, there's a lot of really crazy energy in there because, these people were pretty terrible. They were torturous. They've done unspeakable acts. So go in at your own risk. But I had a very, very good time just taking it all in and just, it's like, I like research and I like researching all sorts of things. And so I just like to read up on things, and it's always been fascinating to me. I've always loved true crime. So had a great time there. Definitely would recommend it if you are someone who is into that sort of thing. Let's talk about the food. First of all, let's talk about the 3 things that I really loved about this trip. I loved the culture. I love the people. And I love the food. Ooh, the food. We were at a Hilton hotel and they had like a dinner menu, and they would put it out on display and tell you what they were going to have for dinner that night. I have never had crawfish etouffee at a hotel and have it be, I've never had it at a hotel, but I've never had it be amazing at a hotel. Like, it was so good. I was like, I asked them, I was like, what's the dinner for tonight? And they said, oh, it's crawfish etouffee. I'm taking some home myself. I said, that's all you had to tell me. Don't say nothing else. We're gonna get some. I was like, we're gonna get some of that. So we had that. It was so good. I mean, they had this, and then they had this catfish, I think. Was it catfish? Yeah, it was catfish. And it was just fried to perfection. Oh, it's beautiful. She said, we cook everything with love here. I said, girl, I know. It was so good. I was just like, the gumbo was good. I mean, the beignet was amazing. The coffee was good. The crawfish etouffee was good. Dana had some other blackened something. Everything was good. Everything was good. Now, when I tell you guys about my Florida trip next, you're going to see a drastic difference in the quality of the food. I'm sorry, Florida. Now, we're going to just leave it right there. But yes, the food, I'm trying to go back because they put their draws in it. It was so good. I cannot tell you how much I enjoyed the food. I hope I conveyed it. I don't know if I'm able to. So there was a little bit of trouble in paradise. Now, this is the first time it's ever happened to me. We got a rental car. We were driving back from the French Quarter. We were driving back from the French Quarters to Baton Rouge, and we got a flat tire. I'm glad that the tire system on the computer, it was computerized. So all of a sudden I saw this little alert that said, your tire pressure in your front driver's side tire is at 18%. And I was like, that's not good. Now, no cause for concern because as I was telling Dana, I have been on the 405 and got like a flat tire, and I had to like move over and be on the side of the road. And you know how many lanes there are in the 405. Here in Louisiana, it was like 2 lanes. It wasn't that bad, but it was still like annoying to kind of have to deal with because it's like we're on vacation now. We got to call and get the people out here and get them to do things. So it didn't take extremely long. It took like maybe 45 minutes of a wait, which in Louisiana, I don't think that's that bad. I don't think that's terrible. So 45 minutes, maybe an hour, 20 minutes to change it. We were well on our way. We were ready to get back on the road, but yeah. Y'all know me. I love being in nature. I love gardening. I love being outside in the nature. I like to be outside in the urban area too. That's fun. But we definitely had to do a little bit of nature. And luckily for us, there was a park right next door. So we could just go to the park, walk around. There was a little stream. It was just real cute. So check that out. That was fun. And that gave us a little bit of that, you know, outdoor sunshine, get a little vitamin D in your system, breathe, you know, touch some grass, you know, that type of thing. So that was really fun too. I think when you're on vacation, it's easy to do all of this stuff, but it's always good to set foot in nature and just kind of hang out for a little bit. So that was definitely a vibe as well. That was really fun. Really enjoyed that part of it. Now listen, I am a former Long Beach gal. I like my seafood. I was like, I can't go to Louisiana and not have any oysters. I can't. I didn't. And when I tell you those oysters were amazing, the oysters were so, I was like, yes. We went to Acme, I think it's called Acme Oyster Bar or something like that. Delicious, delicious. I also tried fried alligator for the first time. Never tried it before. I always say I will try any type of food, and part of enjoying a new cultural experience for me is being able to try the food of the locals. And so I wanted to give it a go. You know, sorry to the vegans out there. I know y'all. But it was really good. It just kind of tasted like, I don't know, like almost like fried pieces of fish almost. Like the texture wasn't quite chicken to me. Like that's what a lot of people say, but it wasn't quite chicken. I want to say it was like in between chicken and fish, like right in the middle. And that's what it felt like. Delicious. The remoulade sauce. I told y'all, yeah, they be cooking with love in Louisiana. The remoulade sauce was delicious. Everything was good. Everything was good. They had these crab cakes. Those were really delicious. Dana got this po' boy sandwich. That was really good. I'm telling you. I need to stop because I'm about to book a flight. I'm gonna stop playing and book a flight right now. It was really good though. So definitely enjoyed the food. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're about to go to Acme Oyster something. We're getting oysters. We love oysters. Woo! All right. So we have a prickly pear margarita. They didn't have tahini, but that's okay. We're gonna go for it anyway. It's gonna be delicious. You like it? Delicious. So I've never tried fried alligator, and this is what it looks like. I'm gonna give it a try. I will try most things. And also got crab cakes. Oh, it's really good too. Definitely here for the crab cakes. Really good. It tastes more like fish than chicken to me, but I like it.
In 2.5 miles, take exit 280 onto US 61, short header.
One through 9 is us, Burger King, Cold Stone, ice cream, Mexican food. that was the trip. As you can see, it contained a lot of eating. I approve of that. And that's exactly what it's going to be next time I go back. Now, next time I go to New Orleans, we're gonna stay in the local area, in the city, and we're gonna see what the nightlife is about. We did hear a little bit of live music in the daytime, but I definitely felt like we would have heard a little bit more if we were there in the evening. So that's definitely something that's on our list. But it was just, Louisiana was such a vibe. Oh, it was such a vibe. And let me tell you something. Y'all can say what y'all want about Southern hospitality. I don't find it in Georgia so much. It's like this much in Georgia so far. It's like this much. In Louisiana, just so for scale, so you could, the people were so sweet. When I tell you, they were just so kind, Everyone was really chill. You may have had like one-off person that maybe having a bad day, I don't know, had an attitude or whatever. But when I tell you, they treated me with so much love. Like, if you're from Louisiana, you a real one. I had such a good time. Just so much love. Loving the food, with the people. Everybody was just chill. It was a good time. So I had a ball. I would love to go back. In fact, if you have spots in New Orleans that you absolutely love, please put them down below, because I am for sure going back. It's another vibe that's going to happen. And I'm going to make sure I go, because there's just way too much more for me to explore and enjoy. So put it down below, please. Thank you. But I had such a great time. I hope you enjoyed my little recap. It was just a long weekend, like maybe, 2 or 3 nights or so. So not a lot of time, but enough time to make it last forever. So I hope you enjoyed. I will be probably doing some vlogs coming up next, I think. And then maybe I'll do my Florida trip, because guess what? Somebody recently celebrated a birthday. So we're gonna do that too. But I hope you enjoyed. I'll see y'all next time. And yeah, if you are new and this is the first time you're seeing me and you want to come back and hang out, feel free to subscribe. Not mandatory, but I hope you do. Yeah, Curly Chronicles signing out. See ya.